I thought leaving my husband would make me happy. Instead, I lost everything. My name is Sarah. I'm 47 years old, and for most of my life, I believed I was a good person. Not perfect. Not extraordinary. Just good. I was married to Daniel for 22 years. We met when we were young, built a life together, raised a son and a daughter, bought a house in the suburbs, and became the kind of couple people assumed would always stay together. If you'd asked me 10 years ago whether I would ever cheat on my husband, I would have laughed. I wasn't that woman. At least that's what I thought. The truth is, nobody wakes up one morning planning to destroy their family. It happens slowly. One compromise at a time. One selfish choice at a time. One lie at a time. And before you realize it, you're standing in the ruins wondering how you got there. Daniel was a good man. That's what makes this story harder to tell. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't cruel. He wasn't unfaithful. He worked hard. He loved our children. He paid attention to responsibilities. But somewhere during our marriage, we stopped seeing each other. Not fighting. Not hating. Just existing. Our conversations became schedules. Bills. Groceries. Doctor appointments. School events. We functioned like business partners running a household. The romance disappeared so gradually that neither of us noticed. For years, I convinced myself this was normal. This was adulthood. This was marriage. Then I turned 45. And something changed. I looked in the mirror one morning and barely recognized myself. Gray hairs. Lines around my eyes. A body that no longer looked like the one I remembered. For the first time in my life, I felt old. Invisible. Forgettable. I hated feeling that way. But instead of confronting those feelings honestly, I went looking for validation. That's where everything started. At work, a new manager joined our department. His name was Jason. He was younger than me by almost 8 years. Confident. Charismatic. Funny. The kind of person who could walk into a room and instantly become the center of attention. At first, our conversations were harmless. Work projects. Coffee breaks. Office jokes. Nothing inappropriate. Nothing obvious. But I noticed something. He listened. When I talked, he seemed interested. He remembered details. He complimented me. Small things. My ideas. My clothes. My sense of humor. Things I hadn't heard in years. I should have recognized the danger immediately. Instead, I welcomed it. The messages started outside work. Then came late-night conversations. Then secrets. Then emotional intimacy. By the time it became physical, I had already betrayed my marriage 100 times. The affair lasted almost a year. And during that year, I became someone I didn't recognize. I lied constantly. To Daniel. To my children. To my friends. To myself. I created fake meetings. Fake errands. Fake explanations. I learned how to delete messages. Hide evidence. Invent stories. The scariest part wasn't how difficult it was. It was how easy it became. Every lie made the next one easier. Every betrayal felt slightly less shocking than the last. I lived 2 separate lives. One as a wife and mother. The other as a woman chasing excitement. At the time, I convinced myself I deserved it. I told myself Daniel didn't appreciate me. I told myself I was finally putting myself first. I told myself I had sacrificed enough. Looking back, those weren't reasons. They were excuses. The affair ended the way most affairs do. Not with romance. Not with a dramatic choice. with reality. Jason wasn't interested in building a life with me. He liked the fantasy, the secrecy, the excitement. But the moment things became complicated, he pulled away. Suddenly, the woman he'd once called amazing became a problem. An inconvenience. A responsibility. That's when I realized I had risked everything for someone who never intended to stay. Unfortunately, by then, it was too late. Daniel found out 3 months later. Not because I confessed. Because he discovered messages I'd forgotten to delete. I still remember the look on his face. Not anger. Not rage. Just devastation. 22 years together, and I had never seen him look that broken. He didn't scream. He didn't throw things. He simply asked one question. Why? And I didn't have an answer. Not one that made sense. Not one that justified the damage. Nothing. Our children were adults when it happened. I thought that would make it easier. I was wrong. Pain doesn't disappear because your children grow up. My daughter cried for hours. My son refused to speak to me for nearly 6 months. Both of them told me the same thing. We never thought you'd be the one who did this. Neither did I. That's the irony. The people most shocked by my actions included me. The divorce process took almost a year. Every document felt like a reminder of what I'd destroyed. Assets divided. Accounts separated. Plans erased. History reduced to paperwork. When the divorce became final, Daniel moved on quietly. No revenge. No public humiliation. No drama. Just distance. The kind that can't be repaired. Today, 3 years later, my life looks completely different. I live alone. My relationship with my children exists, but it's not what it used to be. Trust returned slowly. Some of it never returned at all. Daniel eventually started dating someone else. When I first heard, I felt jealous. Then ashamed. Because he deserved happiness. And I was the one who had thrown ours away. The hardest lesson wasn't losing my marriage. It was realizing that unhappiness isn't solved by escaping. It follows you. The emptiness I thought Daniel caused was already inside me. The affair didn't cure it. It exposed it. If someone reading this thinks cheating will make them feel alive again, I can only tell you what I learned. Attention isn't love. Excitement isn't connection. Validation isn't self-worth. And freedom isn't doing whatever you want. Freedom is being able to live with your choices. Some days I still regret what happened. Not because I'm lonely. Not because my life changed. But because I hurt people who trusted me completely. And once trust is broken, sorry is never enough to put it back together. That's the truth I live with now. Every single day.
For more exciting and suspenseful videos like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye, see you again soon. Want to see an amazing 3D video with your name? Smiling face with hard eyes. Comment your name below now.